1 whole year wasted equals peaky procking. Neat. Alt. "10 months. Double digits, yo."
Blood fart.
One's in chat if you got cute feet in open DMS.
Joe Mama. Take my prime. Someone get me out of this sweaty dungeon.
Bitch, bitch, bitch.
Chello! I closed it. Stream start time. Hi! Clipped. Now that I know that I can make like blocks and stuff, that was ice cold. What the fuck? I was sitting here giggling to myself. It was really funny. But yeah, next stream I'll tomorrow I'll set it up if I have time to like have like different shit. Yo, it's my favorite parasocial best friend. Let's go. Happy Mix. Let's go. Pokemon abuser. Yes. 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 100% yes. Please tell people. But Chello, how's everybody doing today? This fine day of Wednesday. It's Wednesday, isn't it? Quick announcement. I have to put this on Discord as well. Stream will be at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Stream will be at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow because I have stuff to do tomorrow night, and I'm not going to be here on Saturday because of Creator Clash. But I don't want to cancel tomorrow's stream, so I'm going to have a early stream. Tomorrow, and there will be no stream on Saturday. I won't be back until next Wednesday. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to vlog while I'm gone, so you guys have like an interesting video when I come back. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of random missed streams this month because so much traveling and so much like events that are going on. But I'll be at Creator Clash, so if I see you there, I'll see you there. But vlog attempt number 2. Exactly. Vlog attempt number 2. I guess I could show you guys the first vlog. But we attempted a first vlog. I shot everything vertically on my phone. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work as a vlog. So yeah, I wasn't thinking in the moment. I was drunk. What do you want from me? I was drunk. What do you want from me? So I shot a bunch of stuff the very first night, only one night while drinking, and everything was vertical. So yeah, this time I'm going to actually have Hello Neptune, Adri. You guys have met her before. I'm going to get her to shoot everything for me while we're gone, and we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna try to attempt a vlog, but I'll show you the other vlog when I come back. I'm probably not gonna show you guys today because I only have 2 hours. Imagine being a content creator that films incorrectly. Listen, I'm a content creator. I'm not a cameraman. I'm not a cameraman. What do you want from me? I know how to talk, kind of, and that's it. Be safe out there. I'm trying. My eyes are horizontal, though. I listen. I just turn your head to the side, and it's fine. It's just like it doesn't fit the screen, so you have the big black area on either side. Not even a camera woman. What do you want from me? If you only film lying down, it'll be horizontal. I mean, because... Okay. But have you seen goats? They have square eyes. What? Where are you going? I'm going to Creator Clash, which is this weekend. Creator Clash is the iDubbbz fight that a bunch of different creators are going to be fighting in. iDubbbz is the one that organized the entire event. There's going to be a whole bunch of different people fighting, including like Justin Minx is going to be fighting iDubbbz, AB from H3. Who else is fighting? There's a bunch of random people fighting. That's this weekend. That's this weekend in Florida. Going back to Florida. Somehow still don't have COVID, but you know, who knows what by the time I get back. But oh, Michael Reeves is also fighting. That's true. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. COVID round 2, let's go, baby! I did a thing. Yep. I did a thing is also gonna be there. How you going? Alex aiming to get COVID? No. I fucking don't want to go back to Florida. I'm so sorry, but it's so hot. It's so hot there and it has so much COVID. Can I take my phone in the shower? Do you have a waterproof case? I am from Florida and I take no offense. I don't want to be here either. Then move. Dr. Mike YouTuber will be there too, I think. Isn't that who's fighting iDubbbz? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm probably gonna get right into the content today just because we don't have a lot of time because Wubby's gonna be streaming at 5:30. I'm gonna be over there doing stuff with him at some point. So are you going to meet anything for views? Maybe we'll see. Fuck Florida. All my homies hate Florida. Hell yeah, shower phone. Real men wouldn't be scared of a little water, bro. Reminds me of that one person who moved to Florida because they threw a dart at the map and it landed in the trash.
2 friggin' years.
Wow,
Thanks
stop.
for the laughs.
Thank you. Wubby will be COVID free by the time this weekend hits. 100%. I like Florida. Miami is nice. Nice shirt. Thank you. It's primitive. Wubby has the same shirt. I bought the same shirt. Sega Reagan! Thank you for the 10. I appreciate you. Seriously, you are single-handedly keeping my sub count barely afloat. I will say, it's hard to look at currently. It's hard to go from like 8,000 something subs to 2,000 something because you guys were just so crazy last month.
1 year.
I appreciate y'all, but it's like when it goes away, it's like, it's painful. It hurts me deep down. I've been mugged in Miami. Bro, stop. Really? I live in South Miami. Not epic. It was birthday gifts. Exactly. You guys, it was all the birthday gifts. He will be COVID immune just in time for it. True. The ups and downs of that must be rough. 100%. It's stressful. But what are we doing today? That's a great question, viewer that asked. I saw it. Somebody said it. Mikhail, bring up somebody asked. Make something up. Put it right here. Thank you. So what are we doing today? We're doing a segment that we've done already, but I'm giving a little bit of a twist. It's not the same as we normally do this segment, but the name fit and I didn't want to make another logo. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be doing a little something I like to call Ask Alex. Normally we do this with oh wait, let me move the alerts. Normally we do this with tweets that you guys tweet out directly to me. Today I'm going to be using the subreddit askreddit, and we're going to be giving them our advice. So today is Ask Alex Reddit edition, not Twitter edition. Should just read Florida Man stories one stream. I could do that. It would make it so I'd never ever go there again though. Shots of soju for me tonight. Ooh, sheesh. Alex, should I get this rash looked at? If you have a rash, probably. Happy mix. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. My tweet won't be there.
Ask Alex, why is other way is to be though?
Why is are the way is do be though? Exactly. Yes, but also maybe. Hailstorms. You get it. A question for the ages. I love all of these Reddit segments. I'm glad. Yeah. So I'm slowly trying to come up with new ones. I was going to try a new one. I was going to do a Photoshop battles one where we pick some Photoshop battles and we add our own Photoshop battle to it. But it would need to be a longer stream to do that. But what do you guys think about that one? Would that be interesting? Because I know that some people miss my editing streams. So it would be Photoshop edits and we'd pull them. You guys could select them, but we'll see. It's still a work in progress. A little drinky poo? Little drinky poo today? No, just some Mountain Dew. And you guys can also participate while we're doing it and then submit them and it will show the best ones in the YouTube video. Wow! I love when Cow Chop did it. Oh, Cow Chop did that too? I honestly looked up an article of best, most interesting subreddits, and then I looked through them, and I was like, ooh, what can I make content out of? I kind of went from there. I'm drinking with ye, chat. I'm drinking with ye. Let's move you over here. There you go. There you go. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So, let me look. I yelled at my... I didn't yell at my mods, but I at my mods like a minute before I was on stream to see if they could help. And I was like, I'm so sorry. It's so last minute. But it looks like Sci-Fi did do it. Okay, cool. Dope, dope, dope. I was going to just start grabbing ones randomly, but this works out better. Thank you. It's so much better when it's like curated a little bit more. So I'm not just doom scrolling through all of them, and then you guys don't get spoiled. Let me open up what we got so far. So we're gonna do a little Ask Reddit. Bada bing. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me just set this up real quick. Okay. As I was walking out the door for work, I'm sorry. If any of my mods are here and they want to add to the spreadsheet, it's the most recent link. Find some interesting ones. I appreciate you. Have you tried the new Mountain Dew hard seltzer? I have not tried the hard Mountain Dew Barabins. I have not. So I may have yelled at my husband to help. Are you gonna play something? I'm not gonna play something. I'm gonna play a game. A little game we like to call Life. Life and chatting. Just chatting is the category. So we're gonna be doing just that. The hard Baja Blast is pretty decent. Ooh, I'd like to try that. The hard Mountain Dew has malt liquor, so I'm not too excited about it. Oh, really? Oh! Woo! Hey, Alex. Hey, Wubs. Wait. I don't... Where do you see Wubby? Am I missing him here somewhere? Bless you. Thank you. I know he's somewhere. Sheesh. Okay. He's right there. He's above you. Okay. Okay, so first up, let's see what we got. Let's show me what you've got. Let me just open this up. Bring this over here. Let me see you guys. Thank you again, Sagaran, for the 10 gifted subs. I seriously appreciate it. Booty Swagga. Oh, God. Thank you for the 14 months. 14 months. That's crazy. How long have you lived here now? That's been going by pretty quick, too. Boom, boom, boom. Whew. 5 months? Wow. Yeah, see? It's going by quick. On God. On God. On God. Right? Time flies. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, can I pop you out? Oh, I can. Ooh, let's pop you out and put you over here. I want to see the chat right in my face. I want to see the chat right in my face here. Moving you to my other monitor. I'm gonna make it work. It's gonna be great, chat. It's gonna be great. Okay, perfect. I can see you guys now. Okay. Okay, good. You guys ready for some Ask Alex? Okay. Girl who took notes using 50 different colored pens. Where are you now? Do you still continue to write using all those colors? I'm doing great. I've learned to be slightly more socially, Listen. I had a pack of gel pens. I had a bunch of gel pens. And I would rewrite my notes like 3 times. I've become socially more normal since then. And by that, I mean lazy. But hey, I got a thing of gel pens for my birthday. And they were cool at the time. Gel pens were very in. Okay? And it made it so I'd want to write my notes. I had to make it work somehow. Okay? To the people taking notes without 50 different colors. Where are you now? Probably didn't learn shit. Okay? Wait, y'all took notes in school? I'd have to rewrite my notes 3 times. Because I would have my first set of notes that were really sloppy. They would start out really perfect and they would slowly get sloppier and sloppier. And then I'd rewrite them and try to do different colors, and I'd always make mistakes. And then I'd write them one more time because I was really bad at retaining information. So doing the notes helped me. I don't think I would pass a single test if I didn't. I also cheated, so. I know I'm gonna get some shit for that, but if y'all didn't cheat on any tests in high school, like on God, of course. Who didn't cheat on any, like, okay, once in chat if you cheated on at least one test in high school. I cheat on every test. Fuck that. Look at all you cheaters. Probably. Look at all you fucking cheaters. See, my problem is I was really bad at retaining boring information. I would rewrite my notes 3 times. I would study. But as soon as the test hit, I'm like, I don't fucking know any of this. I was so bad with history. I'm so bad at with history because I did not give a shit about history at all, which is bad. I know that we should care about history and learning, you know, important events in history, but I fucking hated history class. I hated history class. I loved my teacher. She was great. But I hated history and I couldn't do it. And at the time I was going to a Catholic school. So I was going to a Catholic school and we had like kilts. And in the kilt, there was a little slit at the very bottom that was like about this big. It was big enough to put a little like cheat card in. So I'd write some little notes to remind myself of stuff and I would slip it out in my lap while I'd be... while I was doing my test. Yeah, I was... Okay, here's the thing though. It was like a cheat sheet, so it'd be like different dates and things that were like trying to like jog my memory. Do you know how you have like when you go to log into your computer and you can look at like the like hint that you gave yourself for what the answer is? It was sort of like that. I love history. It's basically story time for adults. Well, I was in Canadian history, so it was a lot of boring shit that no one gave a shit about. In the presence of God, no less. I know, holy shit. I got in trouble for slipping something out of my lap during class as well. Okay, wow. Yeah, straight sinning. History womps. Sorry, dorks. Sorry, dorks. History womps. I hated history. We clearly haven't learned from it. We were repeating it. Yeah, cheating is just how you increase your stealth skills. Exactly. I was not built for learning things, chat, okay? I'm fucking stupid, and I made a career out of it, so you know what? Cheat on tests. That's how you get through school. Don't listen to me. There's children don't watch me. Built different. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, next up. Oh wait, let's close this one. What's your best, oh you thought this was bad, it gets worse story? Oh no. Oh, you thought this was bad, it gets worse story. I feel like I've had so many of those on stream that I can't remember a single one. Does anyone remember any stories that I've told that I was like, you think that's bad? I've had so many like stories like that with like staples. How they've canceled me like 50,000 times. Probably something with Florida. Hello, girls trip. Yeah, no, there wasn't any like bad stories with girls trip. It was all good. Horchata? We hope kids don't watch. I know that's very true. Stay in school, kids. Don't cheat. But if you need to, don't get caught. Any Vegas adventures? Oh, you thought that was bad. It gets worse. I'm trying to think of like any embarrassing stories as a child or anything, but I can't even think of anything.
Wow, a whole year. I can't even count that high.
I have a really bad one. It's probably gonna gross chat out, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I was young, so I don't really give a shit. But it was probably the single most mortifying event to ever happen to me as a child. Do you guys want to hear that? Do you guys want to hear my mortifying child story? Hey, let me warn you guys. Let me warn you, boys in chat. It involves periods. I'm gonna say period in it. Can you handle that? I don't know. Can you handle period? Ow, 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 ow. Yucky, yucky. Like in a sentence? I'm gonna say it anyway. So I remember when I was younger, I was invited to a birthday party. And I was quite young. It was probably around the time when I first, you know, flowered as a child, you know? Oh boy, it's time to cringe. I'm sorry. Are you confused? Perioded. menstruated blood from child vagina. Is that better? Did I nail it? Bruh. So anyways, wait, what's a period? That's a little much. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all wanted this. What the fuck? I just came into stream. I'm so sorry. Where do baby come from? Okay, so yeah, I was invited to a birthday party, and at the time, I was very young, and I was not that popular, and I only had recently started, you know, my period as a child, and I was scared of, like, tampons or any of that. That shit scared me. I'm like, I don't want to put something inside me, like a foreign object. That sounds like, what the fuck? Try explaining that to a small child. Yeah, you take this fucking cotton thing, you shove it up your woohoo. It's like, no thanks. So, thank you, Ad. Perfect timing. So I had pads, okay? I had pads. You know, it's a little tiny, like, it's like a lady diaper. A thin strip of lady diaper, okay? As a child, I didn't realize that you shouldn't wear pads while in a swimming pool. I didn't understand that concept. That, you shouldn't do that. So yeah, there was a pool party, a portion of this party, and it was one of the inflatable, not that large pools in their backyard. And you know, when you're a kid, you try to make a whirlpool, right? So everyone's on the outside of the pool running as fast as they can, and you're like slipping, and you're trying to go, and you're trying to make a whirlpool that's going like really fast. You know what I'm talking about? You're running, you're trying to make the whirlpool, you're like, yeah. Well, wait, there's more. And we're running, I'm like having so much fun, and I'm looking in front of me, and I see this thing in the water, and I'm like, what is that? I'm like running, and I look, and I realize it's my pad. My bloody pad is chasing the boy in front of me, and it's just out of my reach, and I'm panicking, looking around to see if anyone has noticed. So I'm like trying to frantically swim to grab it, and I'm like, I grab it, I look around, nobody's there. I grab it, I ball it, and I throw it outside the pool. I like throw it to the side outside of the pool, and we're still going. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm like freaking out. I'm like having a meltdown, thinking that somebody saw it. I'm so glad being a child was traumatic for everyone, right? Being a child, whoo, trauma, let me tell you. So, yeah, and like I said, you thought this was bad. It gets worse. It gets worse. So, I thought I was in the clear.
I came in at a good time.
You did. I thought I was in the clear. Didn't think anything of it. People in chat are already starting to figure out what happened. We all get dried off. And we go inside. And we start watching a movie. In the middle of the movie, their dog comes in and starts tearing something apart on the floor. It was my pad. There was like cotton and blood and everything, just like... But it looked like, it didn't look like a pad anymore. You couldn't really tell what it was because the dog had torn it completely apart. Somehow, the children did not figure out what it was, but I'm pretty sure the mom did, and came and was like, oh, all kids, oh, go out. Like I'm realizing now the mom was a homie, and she kind of was like, oh, I think that's like napkins from the pizza. Oh, let me clean this up, get the dog out of here. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Could be an animal. Like, made all the kids leave the room, and she had cleaned it up, and nobody ever mentioned it. Nobody knew it was me. But hey, if you knew me back then, that was me. That was my pad. Your dog rubbed it into your carpet. That was me. I was a child. I didn't know. Yeah, that trauma's been with me for a while. But now I get to share it with you guys. Isn't this a great job where I can just take traumatic, embarrassing events and just tell it to hundreds of people?
Mompog.
Why do we do that? Why is that a thing? Why do we share that? Yeah, I went home and cried after that. Process that trauma. Cheaper than therapy. Hi, YouTube. Okay, but there you go. There's a story for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Next up, what's an older video game you still happily play today?
What
Older
the hell
video
did
game.
I just tune into
You don't listen, you don't want
That's
to
not
know.
the kind of snackies I tune in to hear
Listen,
about.
listen.
But still, less than 3 lanids.
Landeds, thank you. Hope you're having a great day. Older video game that you're still happily play today. I try to think, like, what would you consider, like, older? Like, Counter-Strike is probably one that I actually would play that's older. Peggle, I don't think that one's that old, is it? Pokemon do be old. I just still like Pokemon. Among Us, I wouldn't classify that as old. Spyro, has anybody here tried playing Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, like the older versions, again recently? Did anybody else try to relive Spyro and realize how terrible it looked? Like, memories from me as a kid. Do you guys know the new remastered Spyro? How it looks like a really good high-definition dragon? All of my memories of Spyro as a child look like that. It looks so good in my memories. But then you try to play it, and, like, have you guys... Hold on, I got you guys. Hold on, I got you guys. I feel like nobody remembers him like this. What did they do to my boy? What did they do to my polygonal boy?
It's been a very entertaining 7 months. Keep
I
it up,
remember.
Alex.
But I fucking love Spyro. Spyro was probably one of my first video games that I loved and played. Another one that I got really into that I guess is old now is Bully. Did anybody here play Bully as a kid? I thought that was such a cool game. That was just on original PlayStation, wasn't it? Not even on 2. I think that was original PlayStation. Bully was a good game. Let me see how that looks, because in my memory, again, it looks good. Bully PS1. Was it PS1? Like, I feel like it looked pretty decent. Okay, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look that bad. This looks pretty good for this long ago. Hold on. Oh, wait, or did they have a remaster? Did they remaster it? Is that why some of these look so good?
Hey, Alex.
Because these look way too
proud
good.
of your growth. Keep it up the good work.
Appreciate you.
28 months. Cayudo.
This looks pretty good for PS1. I think they did remaster it, bring back Neopets. They have brought back Neopets, haven't they? Didn't they recently bring back Neopets? If so, I really do want to play some Neopets. I was one of the people that couldn't afford to put any money into Neopets, so I'd sit on the adoption center all day and try to get ones that people use paintbrushes on already. I got 2 really cool ones that way. I had one that was like with a sketch brush, it's all sketchy looking, and one that had a water brush on it. So I thought it was really cool. Yeah, y'all played Bully, I got bullied. Dream bigger. Why not both? Why not both? Why not both? Okay, next one. What rules were put in place because of you? I can't think of any, to be honest. People spend money on Neopets? I assume so. How the fuck did people get paintbrushes? Don't you have to buy that shit? I genuinely don't know. I am so totally going to steal this segment. Adrian, do it, but do it better. And if you don't, then don't. Fireworks in the forest. Fireworks in the forest. Actually, so when I was in high school, we lived next to a forest, and there was also one, quite a foresty area near my school. And we used to play this game that we called Stick Game, where on our lunch break, we would go into the forest and throw large sticks at each other. explaining that and saying that out loud sounds really fucking stupid, but I promise you, it was a very popular game that a lot of kids played. It was called Stick Game or Stick Wars. Stick Wars. So you'd have 2 teams and you just throw sticks at each other. You try to build bases, try to keep the sticks out. And there ended up actually having to be a ban on this game because one of our friends, we threw a stick and somehow the stick lodged itself into his head. I wish I was joking. It got lodged into his head and it was sticking straight out of his head. And his name was Cameron. We had to carry him back to the school and call an ambulance. And after that, we weren't allowed to play that anymore. So instead, we would go back to my place and play in the forest by there. I don't know. Yeah, people were fucking whipping sticks. I don't know how more people didn't get hurt. But, yeah, no, he got a stick thrown into his head. He was totally fine, weirdly enough. But yeah, Alex killed a child. Oh, I didn't throw the stick. I would hide. I was the one that was in the back building the forts because I thought that was so fucking cool. We built all these really crazy forts. We'd bring like hammers and nails and like, don't confess to murder on stream. I did not do a murder. I did not do a murder. I did not. Okay, I did not murder. Next up. 90s babies. Who was your first television crush? Wait, why does it say NSFW? Hold up. It says NSFW. When I click it, nothing happens. There's nothing there. It's NSFW. Weird. Who was your first television crush? Casual Death, thank you for the sub. Let me see, hold on. KB Wonder Child, thank you for gifting a sub. Cariudo, thank you for the 28 months. Dennis the Menace, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate you. Big Lannis, thank you for the 37 months. Dasky Chan, thank you for the 22 months. Gibbs, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you guys, seriously. Appreciate you guys. I'm trying to think of who was my first television crush. I'm assuming they mean human. I'm trying to think of any child I found attractive as a child. I feel like this is very much like a men's question. I feel like so many guys I hear like, oh, Hillary Duff, like shit like that. But I can't think of any, to be totally honest. Don't have to be a child. What non-human did you have a crush on? I didn't. I'm just trying to think. I'm like, did I like Johnny Bravo? I thought he was cool. But like, I don't think I had a crush really on anybody. I'm trying to think of, like, okay, not a television crush, but the only like crush I can think of is like Backstreet Boys. And I thought I really liked Brian. I was trying to be like the cool one that didn't like say Nick, you know, because everyone liked Nick, you know. So I was like, I like Brian. But that's it. That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, like I can't think of any actual television show crushes at all. Nobody liked Howie D. No, nobody liked Howie. That's true. That's true. The Grim Reaper from Billy and Mandy. Bro, no, I had a crush on Justin Timberlake back in NSYNC days. Bruv. Can you tell the difference between mild cheddar and sharp cheddar? Yes. They're completely different. One's sharp, one's sharper. FBI, open up. What is an encounter that made you believe that other humans are quite literally experiencing a different version of reality? Ooh. This is gonna be so niche, and man, I wish I could find this video because I thought it was such an interesting piece and it stuck with me my entire life. I had a personal life management class in high school, which pretty much is run by this hippie teacher that just kind of talked about shit. I have no idea how it was a class. It was the easiest class of life. There was some classes where we literally have nap time. This isn't, I'm not even joking. This was in high school, like grade 11. But we would literally lay down and it was like meditate, but we'd have a pillow in the library and just fucking have a 15-minute nap. It was sick. Personal life management. I wish I could remember what the teacher's name was. But she was dope. She was dope. She was kind of fucking crazy, but we literally didn't learn shit. It was great. So, but this one thing that she showed us that I thought was extremely interesting. If anybody can find this video, it's like an educational video. I doubt anyone will be able to find it, but I would love to see it again to see even if my memory is correct on it. But it was all about personal perception. So it showed a scene of a couple people, it was a couple, like a wife and a husband, and their friends having a party at their house, like a small get-together with their friends. And it showed the perspective from 3 different points of view, how it played out. And it was 3 completely different versions of what actually happened. So there was the wife, the husband, and then a friend, okay? So the wife's perspective, it showed the entire scene. She came in and they were doing like charades, and she was like, oh my god, like when I was in high school I was a cheerleader, I used to do like the baton, and she was like spinning it. It was very
29th birthday.
Hey,
You
yo,
looked great in girls trip.
appreciate
Hope
it.
you had a
Thank
fun
you. Happy
vacation
29
minus the COVID.
or 23 months. Thank you, the Panda. I appreciate it. Thank you for the tier 2. I'm gonna pause this for a second. So it showed from the wife's perspective that she was like doing really good, like showing them cheer moves, and she was doing it in front of everybody, and she was spinning her baton. And her point of view on the entire experience was very cutesy. Everyone liked it. They're like, oh, she's really good. Ari at home, hey, how are you? Girls, strip, ladies. I don't know the lyrics, but I know the BE. So proud of chat knowing Rashomon. I don't know. Everyone else knows it's cringe. Oh yeah. So it showed from the wife's point of view of her spinning the baton and doing the cheerleading routine, and from her perspective, everyone was enjoying it. It was fun. It was whatever. And then it shows the husband's perspective. The husband's perspective. All of a sudden, her cheerleading outfit looked a little bit shorter, a little bit more revealing. The moves that she were doing a little bit more flirtatious. So all from his perspective, it was like she was being really flirty and sexual, and it was like very like inappropriate, and he was like getting upset. So from her perspective, it was something completely innocent. From his perspective, it was like, what are you doing? This is so inappropriate. And then it shows the friend's perspective, and it was like just an awkward cringe fest. And it was like, why is the husband mad? Why is she doing this? It was all just awkward and uncomfortable. But it showed 3 completely different perspectives of the exact same event and how completely different people perceive things that are happening. So you could be doing something and somebody can completely perceive it a different way. And for whatever reason, that video really stuck with me, even though the details are very loose and probably didn't go exactly that way. But it was showing how one event can be seen so differently from different people's perspectives. I just thought it was really cool, and it's something interesting to think about. Oh, hell no, hubby. I thought he was vibing with it. He was not vibing with it. He was like, bro, what the hell are you doing? But she was like being flirty with the guests, and she was like, ooh, my baton. Like, it was very like... Now apply that in a courtroom. Sounds like the message came across clear. Yeah. It was like, yeah, there was an episode of King of the Hill about this. Oh, really? But yeah, it was like an educated channel video. I'm pretty sure she had a baton and she was doing like cheerleader moves, and it was all about perception, and it was people like in a living room. But if anybody happens to know what that is or finds it, please send it to me, because I would love to see that, because I thought that was so impactful and something that was really good to show to kids. But yeah, next up. What do you know is true without evidence? What are you certain of, right down to your bones, without proof? Huh. This is a tough one. Is it saying like something that gravity? Yeah, but is it saying something that people don't agree? Let's see. Is this something that, like, people don't believe you? Limp Bizkit did a tour where they were looking for a new guitar player. After you waited in line, you signed something saying whatever you played could be used by the band. They toured across the US, having people play their best original shit, took what they wanted for future use, and never got a new guitar player. Sheesh! Back when I was 18, I got my first tattoo. The Squaresoft logo on my upper arm. It was 2001, and I was also on my own in a new state. I was and still am a huge RPG fan, and it was the height of my geekdom. Well, I sent in a picture of me and my tattoo with a short letter about me and my favorite games of official PlayStation Magazine. They published my letter and photo along with the caption, "We don't know whether to be impressed or frightened." The very next month, they started a Tattoo of the Month section, and I am absolutely sure 100% that I either started that or I was the story that proved the concept, the test. Unless someone could come from the team and tell me that I'm not, I've always believed that was the start of that. Here is a current pic of the tat. I looked for several hours to try to find the original I sent in. I thought I had it saved, but I guess I lost it forever. One thing that I know in my bones without proof, gifted sub badges on Twitch. I feel in my bones that I am responsible for that, at least in some small way. It was something that I brought up at a Twitch sit-down meeting that I thought would be really cool because we had so many people that would give subs. It's something that I mentioned that would be really beneficial for people before gifted sub badges were a thing. And then it became a thing not like within a year after. So I feel like deep down in my bones, I feel like I was at least partially responsible for that. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to take credit for that. I know it in my bones, therefore I don't need proof. Yours is women's clothes don't have pockets so that we have to rely on men. Bro, do you know why they don't have pockets? Because they want everything to be as flat to the body and thin as possible. But we does get a lot of gifted subs, totally possible. At the time, Wubby was the #1 most gifted channel on the platform. And so we had to sit down with Twitch, I believe in Seattle. I want to say it was in Seattle for PAX South. We had a dinner with them and we brought up suggestions. And that was one of the suggestions. I believe it was in Seattle. PAX East? PAX East? Yeah. They're trying to sell purses? Who is? Oh, they're trying to sell purses. Yeah, you can't have pockets because you need purses. The pinky toe is in the weird middle stage of evolution where it'll disappear eventually. Huh. The only thing the pinky toe is good for is getting stubbed on things. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Next up. What profession was once highly respected, but is now a complete joke? This could be a completely bad take. But when I was growing up, I always thought that chiropractors were a fairly highly respected profession. I thought chiropractic was on the same level as a doctor. But as I grew up, I found out that a lot of people think that it's like on the same level as like crystal healing. So I think that a lot of people see it as a complete joke. Again, I could be totally wrong. But I've heard so many people be like, they're not even real doctors. But when I was growing up, I thought they were like an educated official, like a doctor position. It's technically holistic. It's technically holistic medicine, which I did not know that at all. So personally, I held chiropractic to a higher standard. And as I grew up, I realized that it actually isn't what I thought it was. It's because of those fake back crack videos. Yeah. I feel the same about chiropractors. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought a chiropractor was like, oh, this is something that you should be doing. I thought it was a highly respected profession that like doctors gave references to and stuff. But there's a lot of doctors that don't like chiropractic at all. Chiropractic medicine isn't actual medicine. It takes schooling, but most of it is unverified. See, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me that it's unverified stuff that's happening, because it's sold to you like it's an official profession that knows what they're doing. My uncle got his back broken by a chiropractor. Bro, I got scammed by a chiropractor. Oops. I got scammed by a chiropractor. Do you guys want to hear my scam story from a chiropractor? My aunt has constant nerve pain in her neck from a chiropractor. Bro. So when I was younger, I was having a lot of really bad migraines, and I was trying to get a lot of references to specialists and things, and I was recommended to go try a chiropractor. And I saw on Groupon that there was a place that was doing stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to go, but like I don't know if I want to buy it. So I called them, and they said that I could go in for like a free consultation. It's like you go and you sit down, and it's they kind of like, it was like a little class session almost. Like they were telling you how chiropractic works, and then you go in and you see the chiropractor. And I was talking to the chiropractor, and they were trying to get me to do all of these different appointments and book in advance and spend all this money. And I was like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I don't really want to do it because I don't know how it feels, and I'm kind of worried. So I don't want to pre-book all these appointments and not know if I like it. Like, what does an adjustment feel like? So because of that, he sat me down. He's like, oh, like I can do like an adjustment, like a small adjustment on your neck, just so you can kind of see what it would be like. Da 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 da. I'm like, okay. So he kind of grabbed my neck and he went, and like just like was not expecting it whatsoever. The crack that came out of my neck was so fucking loud and was so scary. I was like completely freaked out about it. I was like, oh, and then we left and I was like, I'm not doing chiropractic. That scared the shit out of me. So we left and did it feel good though? It didn't. It was scary. It really scared me and I didn't like it. I didn't want to go back because it freaked me out. And it was very expensive and like it felt like they were trying to get me to go like twice a week, like every week. Like it was something ridiculous. I was like, I don't know. I'll think about it. It's scary. I don't know. So then about a month later, I get a bill. A $50 bill from the chiropractor for an adjustment. And I was like, excuse you? First of all, I didn't ask for anything. I was just asking them, oh, like, I don't know how it feels, da 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 da. And US Healthcare, this is in Canada. And they didn't tell me that they were doing anything. It was literally a 2-second thing. It was like, boom. And then they tried sending me a bill. And I was like, what? I'm like, you were just saying that you were going to show me. You were going to give me an example. And I was just so completely confused. Scam likely. I'm pretty sure I never paid it, but then it went to like debt. It went to like, I'm pretty sure it went to a collection agency. I ended up having to pay it. It was fucking bullshit. It was absolutely bullshit. Bro, try to get a $2,000 bill for a treatment you didn't ask for, nor was told it cost anything. What? Chiropractors do this thing where they do on you, feels good in the moment because it causes joint damage, so you return to them for temporary relief, but they are damaging some of the joints that they work on. That's crazy to me. Was it in Toronto? No, it was in Barrie. Fuck that. But that's some bullshit. But yeah, they tried scamming me. And it was fucking bullshit. Next one. What famous place is not worth visiting? Ooh. Famous place that's not worth visiting. Famous place not worth visiting. What are some good famous places that aren't worth visiting? Disneyland, Florida, New York. I like all of those places though. Paris, Grand Canyon. I think this one is Mount Rushmore. Okay, maybe Mount Rushmore, because it's like you just go and you're looking at like a facade of just some rocks, and then it's like, okay, and that's it, right? Times Square, 100%. I guess it's really I think it's a really personal thing, right? It depends on what you enjoy. Because I could go into a cathedral and really take in all of the beauty of the architecture and like how everything is set up. And the next person would be like, this is fucking boring. I feel like I'm at a museum. Like, it really depends on what kind of person you are. But Legoland I enjoyed, but it is hyped. It is overhyped. It's not like Disneyland or Disney World, right? New York is great, but Times Square is a bit See, I like Times Square too. I thought it was interesting too. I don't know. What famous person not worth visiting? I feel like it's all a very personal thing. I wouldn't tell anyone to not visit anywhere. Like, I know after going to New Orleans, a lot of people are like, don't fucking go to New Orleans. Never go. But at the same time, I had a really good experience, even though I would never go back to New Orleans, but being able to be on the strip with everyone, just being like drunk and just being in a really scummy part, it just depends on who you go with. Anywhere could be great with the right people, right? It just depends. Everywhere is an experience. It depends on who you are. It depends on what you're going for and why, right? I don't know. That one's too much of a personal question, I think. Australians of Reddit, since no peace treaty has been signed to officially conclude the Emu War, how has life in this constant state of war been for you? Okay, I need to educate myself on the Emu War because I genuinely don't know anything about it. I don't know anything at all. Is this just they're fighting emus because there's so many of them? The Emu War, also known as the Great Emu War, was a nuisance wildlife management military operation undertaken in Australia over the later part of 1932 to address the public concern over the number of emus said to be running amok in the Campton district of Western Australia. First question, did Australia really lose a war to emus? It was the emus that came out victorious in the Great Emu War of 1932. The birds remain plentiful in the areas outside of Perth to this day. So Australians lost a war to the emus? It's pronounced emu. Emu. Emu? It's E-M-U. Emu. Emu? Stop. It's emu. E-M-U. It's pronounced emu. Aussie. Is that not just with a fucking accent? Emu. 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 I've always said emu. Oh my god. We need a poll. Can we get a poll in chat? Is it emu with a Y or emu? With like M-O-O. Like emu. Emu. With a U. Emu with a U. Emu. Emo. Fucking emo, bro. Can we get a poll? I don't know. Are there mods here tonight? I think so. Zane, are you here? Can you make a poll? I think Sci-Fi's at work. Emu, like E-M-E-U. Emo. Yeah, I see it more as emu. Emu. Or emu. I don't even know anymore. I'm saying it. It's lost all meaning. It's lost all fucking meaning. Holy moly. Where was I? Oh, people are adding more. Thank you. Let me get the next ones ready. Let me see what people say, though. What's winning? Wow, it's so split. Hold on. Hey, Google, how do you pronounce emu? Wow, that was not helpful. Let's try that one more time. Hey, Google, say emu.
I didn't understand that.
Hey, Google, how do you say the word emu?
First, use your fingerprint.
Okay. It's... Hey, Google, how do you say the word emu?
Aussies certainly say it as emu, the emu bird, emu. Here are more
Emu.
videos on how to pronounce more animal names whose pronunciation.
Listen, this guy is saying it more with a Y, but he has a heavy accent. Emu, emu, emu. Like, come on. That's with an accent, bro. Yawn, yawn. Thank you for the 19 months. I appreciate you, seriously. Thank you. Emu. Emu. He sounded so French. Emu. I can't. Emu. What? Are you kidding me? That's stupid. Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. Try saying it in French. Emu. That's how you say it in French, bro. Oh shit. These have been paused. I'm sorry. Let me turn these on for a bit. Chelsea! I'm so sorry. I just yelled at everyone's ears. Thank you.
18 months of fun.
Thank you for the 10. Seriously. Y'all are nutty. I can't with y'all. I appreciate you guys more than you know. You guys have no idea. Thank you for sticking with me.
Hope you're doing great. Love you all so much.
Appreciate you. Seriously. Silly Chelsea gifting 10 subs like a silly Sally. User Run, thank you for the 100 biddies. Kill me a suck. Thank you for the 13 months. 404 Chance, thank you for the 15 months. Sassy Cat, thank you for the 18 months. Thank you again for the 100 biddies.
Nintendo World.
Nintendo World. Exactly. Exactly, Nintendo World. Oh, you're saying that's a place that's overrated? Go Saber! Cheers! Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 15 months.
7.
Alex 7. Yup. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, next up. Yawn. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate it.
19, let's go.
Okay. Next up. What's your favorite poverty meal that you still eat regardless of where you are financially? Oh, this one's so fucking easy. Kraft dinner. Macaroni and cheese. I will forever eat Kraft dinner macaroni and cheese. It is one of my favorite meals. I fucking love it. I went to have some recently, but because we've been on the diet, I haven't been eating it. And all of them were expired. And I was very sad. I had to throw them all out. I didn't get no Kraft dinner. But macaroni and cheese, ooh, so good. Same with, I recently, well, not too recently, but I had my favorite disgusting meal that y'all know. Mr. Noodles with Cheese Whiz. Poor man's Velveeta, prove me wrong. Bread, butter, and sugar. I've seen people do that with tortillas. Tortilla with butter and like brown sugar. No. Yes. Bananas with hot Cheetos. Ew. Sleep for dinner. Yeah. The best poverty meal is sleep. That's true. Anybody here have buttered bread sandwiches? Just me? Bro, I was poor growing up. I'm realizing. We had, for snacks, I'd have just a piece of bread. You put butter on it and you fold it over. And that's the sandwich. Not even two pieces. One half a sandwich. You fold it and that's your meal. Damn, okay. I know someone who loves buttered bread and green onion. He's Hungarian. Buttered bread and green onion. That sounds like it would be good. That sounds like a naan, like a green onion chive with butter. That slaps. Buttered toast with salt and pepper. Ooh, okay. I do that with peanut butter, no cap, no kizzy. I also, when I was older, I do butter and honey. Do you know, like the hardened, creamy thing, like the tubs of honey with the little bee on it? What is he, like Birdie Bee or something? Hold on. Honey tub bee. I want to say he's a little Billy Bee. Billy Bee. There you are. There's my Billy Bee. This guy. Yes. I do this, or I would do, cinnamon spread. This one. This slapped. This fucking slapped. Cinnamon spread. Ooh. Is that a thing here? I don't know, but this shit is so good. This shit was so good. Bro. Oh, I can't with that. There we go. That's new? It's old. That's very old. I think it's Canadian then, if you guys haven't seen it. Vegemite toast, mate. I used to have molasses sandwiches, and I thought that was just something that people had. I didn't know that people thought that molasses was disgusting, but I would have butter and molasses sandwiches at my Aunt Geraldine's house all the time. I thought they were delicious. But apparently they're fucking disgusting. Apparently people don't eat molasses. It's almost black. A lot of people use it for like baking like cookies, like molasses cookies and stuff. It looks like this. It looks really fucking gross. It's like really thick. Yeah, it looks like this. Could have just like in a jar like this. What is molasses? What is molasses? I don't even know, to be totally honest. Molasses is a product of the sugar beet and sugar cane refinement process. Okay. It's from sugar cane. Molasses is the ingredient in brown sugar that gives it this distinct color, flavor, and moisture. Molasses contains more vitamins and minerals than any other sugars. Okay, so it's like a thick sugar, kind of, but like made of beet. Interesting. Look at the Great Molasses Flood. There was a Great Molasses Flood? No, there wasn't. I molasses cookies. Doja Cat. This is your first time talking, and you had one chance to make an impact, and you said, I molasses cookies. Not even I like. Just, I molasses cookies. In Boston, people died in a flood of molasses. Oh my god, that's terrifying and awful. Oh my god. Molasses flood is 100% real. That's terrifying. That's actually terrifying. My mom used to go to the Ben's Bakery outlet store and buy molasses cookies that were close to expiry, and we'd eat those up. Ooh, it sounds so good, though. Next up, what are subtle red flags at a job interview that say, working here would suck? Ooh. That's so hard. In the interview, when they're talking about time off, and they start saying, we're like a family. Yeah, we're like a family. Well-oiled machine. Things like that. Yeah, no. We are like a family. That's so true. Hit the ground running. Oh, that's a really good one. If they say that, you know, we're going to hit the ground running. That means you need to work your ass off. You need to be good at what you're doing, like, immediately. That's it. High turnover of employees. I feel like they don't tell you that, though. Anything talking about overtime. Yes, if they talk about anything about how overtime works, it's like, why are you already saying that? Why are you already talking about that? What they don't answer, like PTO or how they resolve a problem. Yep, exactly. Synergy. Family. I have a good story about, I used to conduct interviews. I was an assistant manager at Boathouse a very long time ago, and I used to help conduct interviews. Do you guys want to hear a good interview story? I don't know if I've told it before, but it involves a friend that I got into the interview, and it was probably one of the most embarrassing things I've ever experienced. It was very embarrassing. We have an amazing work environment. Ask anybody. Was the Boathouse discount like? I don't remember. I think it was 50% off house brand and 30% off other stuff. It was pretty good. And like, I think at Christmas time, we could get percentages off at like Victoria's Secret and Pink and stuff. I can't remember though. Oh wait, no, wait. Sorry. Bath and Body Works was the one that you could also get with Victoria's Secret, not Boathouse. That was a lie. Boathouse is like a Tilly's. Boathouse is like a Tilly's or like a Stance. They had shoes and stuff, but it's mostly like, yeah. 50% off house brand is not bad at all. Yeah, that's because you had to wear their clothes though. You had to wear their clothes that were in season, so you constantly had to be buying clothes. But it's like a state type brand store, stuff like that. But you don't know what any of those are? Yeah, it's like a skater shop. Think Vans, kind of like Vans, but with a bunch of different brands. So Vans was one of the brands that they sold. Yeah. So I remember I was conducting interviews, and well, actually there's two different stories. One of them, just a real quick one, is we conducted interviews on Halloween, but we also had to dress up for Halloween. So I was conducting interviews dressed like a Cheeto with full face paint, teeth and all. I was really into Halloween, so I was fully dressed up, and I was conducting interviews like that. And I remember when one of the guys walked in, he was like, I kind of scared him. But yeah, so at this job, we did group interviews, which is we would rent out a boardroom. And this was my first time that I got to actually conduct the interview myself. So my manager was there, but I was the one actually conducting the entire interview. And essentially, you would ask questions to the entire room, and people could like talk, and you have to see how everyone's interacting and how things are going. And my friend at the time, Haley, I've talked about her a lot. Loved her to death. Salt of the earth. Probably very not low IQ. I don't know how to say this nicely. She was meant well, but yeah. So group interviews, they were really rough, and I remember they were asking all these different questions and stuff. And one of the questions that they had asked, that I had asked, one of the cue cards was, if you were a color, which color would you be and why? And like people were going through like, you know, I would be blue because blue I think represents a calm, and I'm a very like one with nature. I love the ocean, like things like that. And these were all like pretty young people. They were all like pretty young, like, you know, in high school, like trying to like apply for cashier positions and stuff. So they were all like pretty young. And people just like going through, oh, I like this color. Oh, I like this color. Oh, da 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 da. And we get to Haley, and I shit you not, this was her answer. Yellow. 'Cause the sun. That was her entire answer. And then she proceeded to lean back in the chair, put her feet on the table, pull pull out a hand mirror and lip gloss and started applying her lip gloss while we continued the interview with other people. And I sat there like in a panic because I recommended her for a position. And I'm like panicking because my manager's watching all of this, and I'm like, oh my God, stop. And I'm like trying to like tell her with my eyes, like stop, like what are you doing? And I remember she like caught a glimpse of me, and I was like, and she was like put it away, like sat up. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like having a meltdown. I was like, Jesus Christ. It was so bad. It was so bad. I remember after the interview, I apologized to my boss. I was like, I'm so sorry. She normally doesn't act that way. Like I genuinely thought that she'd be good for a position, blah, blah, blah. And luckily my manager was pretty cool. And she said, well, she was cool at the time until she got me fired. Yeah, Lori, bitch. But she was like, she's like, totally fine. I don't blame you at all. But like, it's a good lesson to know that, you know, your friends can act one way in person and be completely not right for the position. It's like, yeah. Fuck you, Lori. Fuck you, Lori, in your hoarded car. Your hoarded car that had all the garbage in it. Yeah, Lori. Yeah, Lori. How you enjoying that management position, Lori? Can I just tell you guys really quick? Can I just like rant to you guys about Lori just real quick? Just like a 10-second thing of why I got fired. Lori was doing shit in the store that she shouldn't have been. We had the district manager that was working out of our location. Lori told the district manager that I was doing the things that she was actually doing. So the district manager's like, oh, this is happening. What's going on? Who's doing this? And she's like, oh, it was Alex. Oh, this is Alex. Da, 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 da. And she blamed all this shit on me. And then the old assistant manager that had been transferred to Quebec was moving back, and they wanted to rehire her as assistant manager, but I had the position, but they were friends. So to be able to get fired, you had to be written up 3 times. I had been working there for a year. I got written up 3 times in a week and a half by Lori. And then I was fired. And looking back at it, I'm like, I could have sued the shit out of them. That was so just wrong. But the thing is, she felt so guilty and so bad because she was the one who had to fire me. She was bawling. She was bawling when she handed me my notice. She felt so fucking bad because she knew. She didn't admit it, but she was fucking bawling. It wasn't fake tears. She was genuinely, she was like really high stress, really anxiety type of person. She's like, I can't be fired. This job is everything to me. Like, she was a manager at Boathouse, and that's all she had going for her. So, you know, I do feel bad for Lori because she's probably still there. But, but yeah. That is bullshit. Okay, can I tell you one more story? I'm gonna tell you guys one more story. So I had to fill out an application recently for something, and tell me why it's so, okay, this is literally the fucking worst shit. Tell me I'm wrong. When people on applications, like government applications and stuff, are saying things like, tell me every single place that you worked and the dates and for how long and all the information since 2017. Last 5 years, tell me every position that you held at every whatever. And it's like, oh my God, this fucking sucks. And every place that you lived at, every address you've ever had since 2017. It's like, oh, it's actually the fucking worst. And I'm going through stuff. So I'm looking through my old emails to try to figure out like what dates I worked at where. And Sephora was one of those places that I worked during that time. And I was going through my emails, and I came across an email that pulled so hard at my heartstrings for little Alex. Because actually, let me see if I can bring it up. Hold on. So I can quote some of this stuff to you guys. Because looking back on it now, I probably could have sued. Or I could have at least escalated it to something. Because of how bad it was. Am I gonna be able to find it again though? Let me quickly see if I can find it. But essentially what this email was was an email that I was writing into HR because of how I was being treated at Sephora under the new management. Essentially, when I got hired, I was working under a district manager that was a maternity leave hire. So for that year, she was the acting district manager because she was covering for a paternity leave. And that's who had hired me. That's who I had known the entire time. And I loved her to death. She was so nice. And then when she left, the old district manager came back, and she fucking hated me for whatever reason. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Ooh. Let me see. I sent a snippet of it to Wubby. Let me see if I can find the little snippet I at least sent it to, because it was so sad. It was me like pouring my heart out, being like, I love this job. I love this job, but I'm being treated so unfairly, and I don't know what to do. I listed out so many points of what was going on and how I was being treated, and it was like awful. Like the shit that they were doing and saying to me was so beyond what they should have been saying to a young girl. It was so fucked up. I was going through a lot of really bad medical stuff at the time because I was getting this is like peak migraines. Okay, so this was like peak migraines when I was experiencing a lot of really bad migraines. I was getting them 5 days out of the week, but I was still going to work. I was not missing shifts, and any shifts that I did miss, I would get covered by another cast member. Okay, so I wasn't just like not showing up for work, nothing like that. And during that time, I was going in and out of doctors and like and getting doctor's notes for having to go to the doctor because you know, calling in sick and getting my shift covered, whatever. And I was having migraines 5 days out of the week, to the point that like even when I was at work, sometimes I would be throwing up all day, going in and out to the bathroom, but still at work, working. Okay, they used cast member at Sephora, yes. So on the floor is the stage, and you're cast members. That's how they speak at Sephora. And I can't find the email, but if I ever find it, I'll read it to you guys. But reading through it, I like wanted to cry. So here's one excerpt that I sent to Wubby because I was like, this is so sad. One of the quotes was, before going to SOS, this was our makeup artistry training. You had to go to this class that was 3 days in Toronto, and you had to pass it to be able to get certified to be able to do makeup applications. So that's what the SOS was. I was told by my store director that my doctor's note isn't a get out of jail free card. So I had a doctor's note because I was very sick, and my doctor was literally like, yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on. But I gave her the doctor's note, and she said that my doctor's note isn't a get out of jail free card, and that I'm still going to get a verbal warning for missing a shift the week before. And then she asked me, so are you gonna have a migraine next week? And I after that I said, I have never missed a single shift, and any shift that I have missed, I got covered by another cast member, so I'm not really sure why she said this. And I'm going through a really difficult time medically. There was things that they said to me that were just completely not okay. I was promised a position at the new store. I was commuting 2 hours each way to Toronto by bus to go to their Bloor location. And then I transferred to Newmarket because it was even closer to Barrie, and it was an hour and 45-minute bus both ways. So every single time I went to work, it was about an hour and 45 minutes, an hour and a half each way to get to work. And while I was there, I was like, this is becoming too much. I don't think I can continue doing this. But then they announced that they were opening a store in Barrie. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I want to be a store director. Like, I want to be a cast member at the new store. Like, I should be able to be up for management. I've been working here for years now. At this point, I've been here for years. And I had one of the one of the highest rated surveys out of anyone on the floor. So I had so many requested appointments and things. Like I was top of the game. Okay, I was good at my job. I will say. And so they told me that I would get the position at the new transfer. This was with my original district manager before the other woman came back from paternity leave. And I was promised the position at the new store, and I went and I did training with all of the new people, and I helped train them when they were visiting our store. I helped with all of this because since it's a new store, all of the people that would be hired would be green. So I obviously I would have a lot more experience and I would be able to help. I was really excited to do this job. So I stayed at this location for an extra 6 months. 6 months waiting for the store to open. And a few weeks before the new store was opening, one of my coworkers, I'm not going to say her name, but she told me, by the way, this coworker would call in every week. I loved her to death. We were friends, but she would call in every week. She was not great at her job, and she would call in all the time. She did not like the job. She was there for a paycheck. Okay, just a little context. She told me that she got her interview for the new berry store. I was like, oh, I didn't get an interview, but I guess it's because they told me that I'm for sure transferring. I'll ask anyway. So I asked them, and I said, oh, I was told that she was having an interview. Like, when am I getting my interview? And they told me, oh, she must be lying. That didn't happen. We have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's strange. I'm like, okay, whatever. And again, I know that this is all true. The reason why I remember this so vividly is because I read all of this was listed in my HR complaint. All of this, paragraphs, among paragraphs I sent into HR about this, okay? There was so many, I wish I could find the email because it was so bad, all the shit that they were saying. Disgusting. And so I was like, I don't know what's going on, da-da-da. So then, the next day, I was brought into their office and told, yeah, actually, we're not putting you up for the transfer. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I've been waiting for the last 6 months. I'm only at this store still because I was promised the transfer. And they were like, oh, you know, like, there's not really any positions left, like this and that. I was like, what do you mean? So that's when I ended up writing into HR being like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I sent all the stuff that they were saying to me. When I met the store director at the bear store, she liked me. We got along really well. I helped train all the people that were coming to our store. So they were doing me so dirty that they knew the whole time I was helping training these people. I went to SOS with these people and they didn't even fucking tell me. And, man, it makes my blood fucking boil because I'm like, I can't believe that they did this to me. And I remember one of the managers telling me on the floor being like, hey, Alex, like, you know, management thinks that you're pretending and you're not really sick and that you're lying and like you need to clean up your shit because they're not happy with you. I'm like, what? So they were saying all this shit behind the scenes being like, yeah, Alex is faking it, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm coming to work an hour and 45 minutes each way, full time, while vomiting sometimes in the back room. There was an excerpt in there being like, I was on my break throwing up in the bathroom and I was begging my store director she would give me phone numbers to see if I can call to get someone to cover my shift. And she said, no, there's nobody else, so you'll just have to stick it out. I was vomiting. So I did my whole shift, but I was like, I'm literally throwing up. Can I call anybody? And she was like, no. I was like, okay. I would throw up on her. They just treated me extremely poorly. And I ended up having to go for surgery, and there was all this stuff. There's all this behind the scene medical stuff that actually ended up going on. And I ended up quitting because I was like, the stress of this job is actually impacting my health because this is absolutely ridiculous. I was promised a position at the new store. Oh, so I did. So what I was saying before is I met the new store director. They all loved me. I got along well with all of them. And they thought that I was transferring. When she called my store director, which I found out later on, she told my store director told her that, yeah, I don't think that she's medically fit to open a store, so you really shouldn't hire her. Bitch, what? And that's why I didn't get the transfer. And because, and HR, do you want to know what HR's response was to all of that? Oh, yeah. Well, they already hired. So, do you want to, like, sit down and talk with your manager? We can arrange for us to, like, talk. Yeah, of course, I want to say all this to my manager that hates me, that is treating me unfairly, to make her hate me even more. That's exactly what I want to do. that's gonna go well. I think as humans, people don't take that negatively. And people don't form biases based on that. Yeah, I think that'll do really well. But yeah, I was like, you could tell that I was like really emotionally like devastated in the email. And it was like all this stuff that they were doing to me. Oh my God. It was so bad. And at the time I was like, I guess that's that. And I just kind of like was whatever. And then I ended up quitting. But I ended up getting a much better job, much higher, like a way higher paying job because of that. And I also was able to start streaming and stuff because of that. So it ended up working out in the end. It was all meant to be, but I had a lot of really bad experiences growing up with jobs and stuff. Like I got the shit out of a stick like so many times. I think that's another reason why when I see people on Twitter being like, streamers don't know how to work a real job. They should get a real job. They don't know how it is to be on the workforce. That shit drives me nuts because I'm like, you have no idea what I've gone through to be where I am today. It's crazy. HR is just the company's lawyer. Never trust HR. I know. But when I was young, though, I was stupid. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, HR, they're supposed to be helping me. They're here to help me. And it just, yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, really bad. Jobs are just bad experiences for the most part. Yeah, true. I had some really good experiences, like my last job before I quit. I loved the girls that I worked with. We were like all like really close friends. Obviously, there was drama because of that, but you know, it was like a small team of like 10 women. But we all like, you know, we went out drinking together, like we're all similar in age, like we're all really close, like we all like grew as like they were older than me at the time. But yeah, it was a really good environment to work in. But and I loved that job. My boss was really cool. But yeah, thank you, Ed Banger, thank you for the 17 months. Hawkward, thank you for the 22 months. Doge Syndrome, thank you for the 13 months. Moo Moo Poo Poo, thank you for the biddy. Smoothest Nick, thank you for 300 bits. LF Rebel, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I'm so sorry that I missed that. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, they are older. Okay, at the time, I mean, like, they were older than me. They are older than me. I'm tired of these nicotine ads. Are they giving you nicotine ads? Okay, a couple more. Sorry for the tangent, but holy shit. I needed to get all that out because I read that recently and it made me so upset for little Alex being like, I worked so, like, it's like in the emails, like, I worked so hard. These are all my stats. I have like the highest surveys in the company. I've been waiting and praying for this position for the last 6 months. I really, really loved working at Sephora. The management and like the politics behind the scenes between the management and stuff is absolutely terrible. The worst part of the job is the actual people that you work with. People that were on the same level as me, I made friends and they were cool, but the management was the worst part about it. But actually being able to help people and help people find like skincare routines and doing their makeup and stuff, I loved that portion of the job. And I took it really passionately. Your experience is so common. I know. The corporate side was really, really bad. It's just a lot of people that are like ego boosting. Like they're all like a lot of people that are just like, like I'm your manager, therefore I can like control you. It's really fucking weird power dynamic that I hate. But yeah, power tripping. Exactly. Okay. Next up. What's happening here? Has this looked like this the whole time? Oh, there we go. There we go. Waiters, what Valentine Day disasters have you witnessed? I am not a waiter, so I'm gonna skip this one. There's a well-known saying that goes, always give the hardest job to the laziest person because they will find the easiest way to do it. What is the best real-life example of how you've seen this? Ooh. Bro, no, don't do that. I know, right? Waiter, I barely know her. That's why my boss loves me. The only job that Alex hasn't had. I'm trying to think. Music is loud? Yeah, it feels loud to me too. It's just this song. I can't even lower it. It's as low as I can make it. I don't know. I don't have a good example for this one, so I'm gonna skip it because we only have time for a couple more. People who shoved their school papers in their backpack with no binder or folder. Where are you now? Okay. This stressed me out. Am I like one of the only people that would have like a portfolio for each one and had like, I had like a, do you know like the portfolio things that you open up? I put them all in their individual little slide things. Oh, I hate that. People just shove shit in their bag and it was all just crumpled up. I was like, how do you live that way? I was so OCD. Oh yeah, duotang. I'd have all my different duotangs and all my cahiers. And I'd have them in their individual little labeled little folder in my fucking accordion portfolio. God damn. If I did that, cannot have it unorganized. I was so over-organized with everything that came with that, but I was terrible at doing stuff. My problem in school was I was such a perfectionist, and people were like, what's your worst trait? I'm a perfectionist. It's like a fake answer. But this genuinely was one of the things I struggled with most all throughout college, all throughout high school. I was such a perfectionist that if I didn't finish something to the level that I wanted to, if I didn't finish it 100%, I would just not hand it in. I would take the 0 over anything unfinished, which is stupid because you should never do that. You should just hand in something, get some kind of percentage so it doesn't completely crash all of your stuff, all your averages. But I would just get a 0 for it. I would rather get it to like a perfect level that I was happy with, or I wouldn't hand it in at all. I was like too proud. Yeah, I couldn't. Did you take color coordinated notes? Yes, Frank, I did. We talked about this at the beginning of the stream. It was the very first askreddit about person that did your notes in 50 different colors. Where are you now? And I'm right here. I'm right here. I don't own gel pens anymore, but yeah. Yeah. Organized chaos was how I rolled in regards to subject. Ugh, girl, that's psychotic. Today I learned I have OCD. You people were awake in high school? Yeah, yeah. How many highlighters did you have? That's an attack. That's an attack on my character. Ben, that was an attack. And I don't appreciate it. I had a couple, okay? We had yellow, we had green, we had pink, we had blue. That's only 4, okay? I had 4. What do you want from me? Favorite pen? I had lots of different pens, but one of the ones that I liked the most was there was a pen that you could erase. And I loved that one because I messed up everything always, but I loved the look of pen. Yeah. A friend of mine didn't have a single notebook or binder and just shoved every paper into his backpack, food and snacks included. Benny, what is this person doing now? What is their job? Can I ask you, like, genuinely, what job, like, what position does this person hold now? Because I'm actually very curious. If you can relate what people do in their life to how they stored their notes as a child. I really want to know. If you respond, somebody let me know. Gambling is his job? Hold on. What does that mean? What does that mean? Gambling is his job. His words, not mine. So he's unemployed. So it's just a fancy way of saying he's unemployed. Is that what... Unemployed with a gambling addiction? Is that what we're going with? Yes. Okay. Well, you know what? Proof's in the pudding. Proof's in the pudding, sweetie. For the people with children in chat, I swear to God, make sure your children are organized. Are you going to be like Benny's friend? Okay? Unless he's like a poker player or in the stock market. Yeah, no. No. He is train wrecks. Okay, next up. What teen movie is the epitome of the older I get, the more I agree with the adult? Oh, shit. Oh, there is movies like that. Oh my God. Wubby, are you here? Wubby would have such good examples because I feel like there's ones that we watched that are like, yeah, the kids are little fucking shits. There's so many good ones. Can anyone think of anybody in any of them? Definitely all of them. Home Alone, The Parent Trap. Fuck, I'm trying to think of ones that like I really were into when I was younger. What was the question? What teen movie is the epitome of the older I get, the more I agree with the adult? I will say this is not the same. Home Alone is like the opposite of that, Whereas the older I got, the more I realized how much of a piece of shit the family was. The family was so fucking shitty. And like, the older I get, the worse they get. Oops, left my kid at home. They're like laughing about it. Like they do it twice. Yeah, we just hate our fucking child. Oh my God. It's like, whoa. How do they do it twice? But Kevin is a fucking menace, bro. He's not, though. He's just a kid. They were so mean to Kevin. They treated him so poorly. I have homework for all of you. If you guys, if anybody in chat has not watched Home Alone in a while, go watch Home Alone and see how much of a piece of shit the parents are to a child that's just like, like he's just kind of, like he's like an annoying little kid. Like he's just a little kid. Does some things that are like, okay. The you little jerk scene. Yeah, yeah. All the adults are fucking awful. Yep, the siblings are shitty too. Yep. He was 9 and a grown-ass man said that to him. Yeah, he was 9. A grown-ass man said that to him. You little jerk. Like, what? I'd be like, what the fuck did you just say to my kid, bro? I'll fucking backhand you. Are you kidding me? Sheesh. I have a kid. I'd never treat her like they do in Home Alone. Right? Oh, my God. Okay. People who quit their jobs on the first day. What was your I'm out of here moment? Oh my God. I could never quit my job the first day. I have too much anxiety. Do you know how hard it is for me to quit anything? Quitting is like the hardest thing to do ever. I don't know how people quit their first day. Okay, there is one job that I am embarrassed because I did really like the job, but I was being treated poorly. And this was fresh off of working for Boathouse, and I didn't want to go through being treated shitty again. So I just stopped showing up. That's the first job I ever did that with, and it left me with so much anxiety. But this job, I was meant to be a visual merchandiser, but the manager there wanted to be the visual merchandiser. So even though it was my job, she kept telling me to do things that weren't my job and take over what I was supposed to be doing. I loved visual merchandising. I loved being able, so visual merchandising essentially is you do all of like the displays and you get to like color coordinate and make all the racks and stuff. I fucking loved doing that job. And I got hired as doing it as part-time, but the manager there wanted to be a visual merchandiser. So every time I was supposed to be doing a display, she would tell me to go put things on hangers in the back room while she did it. And she kept doing that to me multiple times. And I was like, but this is my job. I really wanted to do this. And like, she was really bossy and really rude. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. So I just stopped showing up. I didn't know what to do. So I stopped showing up. That's the only job I've ever done that to. I was so anal about like giving 2 weeks, whatever. And like having to quit somewhere gave me so much anxiety that I couldn't do it. I couldn't quit. I just stopped showing up. It sucked. I hated it. The only job I quit, I left because the entire management talked shit about my girlfriend. Bro, that's so rude. What the fuck? Working in the back room sounds perfect. No customer interaction. Yeah, true. But it was so fucking boring. I wanted to be doing, the whole reason I got the job is because I wanted to do visual merchandising. I love visual merchandising. So like all the stuff that I have on display in the back and stuff, I love doing shit like that. Making displays. I think it's so much fun. Jobs don't give you a 2 weeks notice if they let you go. Fuck them. True. True. That's very true. Let me see if I can find one more to do. Okay, here's another one. What was your first anime? Okay, so as children, we watch animes, we consume animes, but we don't classify them as anime. Like if you were to ask me, oh, when did you start watching anime? I would say, oh, the last few years I only started getting into anime. So like when I was younger, I don't categorize Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. I don't count any of those as watching anime because as a child, I was just watching them like I would cartoons. I wasn't watching them as like animes, right? Like Hamtaro, any of those. I feel like I don't classify those as anime, even though they are. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't watching them as a kid as animes. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's. But now that I'm older, I would tell you I started watching anime in like 2019, and I started watching anime because of Wubby. It was like 2018. Wubby was the one that introduced me to anime. Because again, like I said, hadn't watched anything since I was a child. I watched Sailor Moon and Pokemon and all of that. But Wubby introduced me to anime. Because I didn't really know anything about anime. I was like, oh, haha, anime weebs. Like, hey, we make fun of people that watch anime. Like, I didn't know anything about it. And I just thought it was like this like nerdy thing that I wouldn't like. Even though I was into video games and all this other cool stuff. I didn't really understand what anime was, to be totally honest. And I didn't know that Pokemon and Sailor Moon, all those were animes until I was older. And the first anime that he introduced me to was Your Name, the movie Your Name. And I bawled like a little tiny baby. And I was like, this is so good. I'm like, I love this. Can you send me more? So then I watched Your Lie in April. And I binged that in 2 days. I watched that. I barely slept. I binged the entirety of Your Lie in April in like 2 days. It was like 2 or 3 days. I literally binged it episode after episode and barely slept. And I was like, oh my God, that was so good. I'm like, that was so good. I need to watch more. What else? It's like, you want to be sad. What the fuck? It's so sad. I would bawl to both of them. I thought it was so good because it was so sad. And then I was like, what else do you got? And he's like, okay, well, this is like my all-time favorite anime. And I watched, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So I watched, the majority of, the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood alone. And then the final season, the last couple episodes I watched with Wubby. And, that became my new favorite anime at the time. And that was like my full-fledged first anime. Like Your Lie in April obviously is an anime too, same with Your Name. But that one felt like the most like anime impacting series that I had watched. It was so good. And it just went up from there. Like after that I watched like Promised Neverland. I haven't watched the second season because I was told it wasn't good. But I watched Promised Neverland, which I really liked. Fuck, I'm trying to think of everything that I've watched. It's so much. Silent Voice I watched. I didn't like A Silent Voice. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get into it. Demon Slayer, I absolutely love. I didn't start watching all of the Studio Ghibli movies until more recently. But I love all of them. I will say, like, I love the aesthetic and the character development of all of them, but I don't like them as movies to watch as an adult. Like, the slice of lifestyle plots, I'm not huge on. So, like, Totoro and, like, Kiki's Delivery Service is better because it has a little bit more of something that happens, but Totoro, though, nothing happens in it, and I wanted more to happen. Like when they found the shoe, and it was like, I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. And then I watched what is it? Fireflies, Grave of the Fireflies. That one blew me. That one was so. Grave of the Fireflies is so fucking sad. It's so fucking sad and well done. It's like it's devastating to watch. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend it. It's nothing like Ponyo or Totoro. It's not like this happy-go-lucky thing. It's really, really fucking sad. But yeah, I wish that I went into Grave of the Fireflies without watching the first 10 minutes. I wish I started after the first 10 minutes so I didn't know that part, and I watched the entirety of it. But it's so real, and it's so sad. I had to warn my mom not to watch it with my nieces. Oh my God, please no. But I watched Ponyo not that long ago, and I thought that one was really fucking cute too. But yeah, my first anime I would classify as probably Your Name or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. What anime have you cried the most to? Ooh, Your Name or Your Lie in April. Those two, I bawl at almost everything I watch, to be totally honest. I will find something to cry at in almost every single movie I watch, to be totally honest with you. I cried a lot in Anihara, fuck, what's it called? There's one that's like, it wasn't a good anime. It's a very short anime. I don't really recommend it, and it's good for a cheap cry. Anohana I watched. It's really good for a cheap cry. It's not a really well done anime in my personal opinion, because there's so many things in it where it's like, what are the rules of this universe? Like, things just kind of happen, and it doesn't really like explain it as much, you know what I mean? But why did my music stop? There's no music playing. It's live. I guess I have to change the channel. They just stopped playing music. But yeah, Anohana, if you want a really good cheap cry, that'll give you your nice cheap cry. Angel Beats, I hated Angel Beats. I really tried to like it. I watched it with Ash. I went into it being told that it was good, and neither of us liked it. It was not good at all. I'm gonna say some spoilers, so if you don't want any Angel Beats spoilers, don't listen, but let me explain to you why I didn't like it. Just in a couple of sentences, they introduced the climax bad guy of the movie in the last, or of the series, in the last like 10 minutes. It's like, oh, here's this guy. Oh my god, he's the baddie. Haha, he's dead. What? Why would you introduce a character in the last 10 minutes of the fucking series and then be like, haha, it's this guy? What? That's like if you're reading an entire detective series, like if you're reading a book and it's like a whodunit, and then they introduce the whodunit in the last 10 fucking pages. I'm officially caught up in Attack on Titan too. Attack on Titan is another one that I watched at the earlier stages. Also One Punch, Mob Psycho. I liked all of those. Those are all really good. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys have fun today. A little Ask Alex Reddit edition. I had fun. I hope you guys are enjoying these segments. I'm kind of trying to take my stream and make it more like a segmented podcast, so we have more dense content when I can stream, especially because I'm gonna be real with you guys, I'm gonna be missing a lot of streams over the course of the next few months. I'm gonna be on Webby stream a lot. Any IRL stuff that he's gonna be doing, I'm gonna be doing with him. And I'm really scared to miss that much, but I'm gonna try my best to be vlogging behind the scenes and stuff. And I'm gonna try to stream when I can, but there's a lot of events that are coming up, like, you know, like TwitchCon Amsterdam. We're wanting to go to Australia, and yeah, I'm really worried about spending that much time away from stream. I'm really scared that, you know, my sub count's gonna drop to 0. So I appreciate you guys being here and supporting, and I'm gonna try to miss as little as possible, but there's so many events that it's one of those things where if I'm in Australia for a week, we have to make sure that Wubby can do all his IRL streams, but I'm not gonna also want to IRL stream then. It's gonna be like IRL stream every single day that you're there, right? Because it would be like, cause since our schedules are opposite, it's like, okay, you IRL stream Friday, I do Saturday, you do Sunday, I do Monday. It's like, it's like, So I don't know. I'm gonna try to do what I can. I'm gonna try to figure out something, even if it's like maybe I can kind of do like 1 hour short AMAs or something during the days, vlog style. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. It's still a little whiles away, but I've been looking at my calendar and I've been stressing about it. But yeah, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm trying to make as much content as I can to fill out the YouTube, so you guys can obviously go watch everything there. If you haven't already, check out the YouTube. Well, we will probably be live in the next 6 minutes or so. That's probably enough time to watch a video. Go give it a like. Go subscribe to the YouTube. I would really appreciate anybody liking and commenting on stuff. It really helps with the algorithm, and I'm putting a lot of work into the YouTube, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. PST. Stream is 3 hours early tomorrow. Stream is 3 hours early tomorrow, okay? 3 hours early tomorrow. Because I didn't want to cancel stream, and I still want to be able to stream before we're going to Creator Clash. So please, 3 hours early. If you haven't already, join the Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in chat. Go join the Discord. I'll be making announcements when I'm live tomorrow, so you guys don't miss the stream. 2:30 p.m. PST tomorrow. Okay? Okay? Okay. 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 Okay, bye guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.